What's up, my crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at something that is very, very disturbing. Yes, we can take a look at the price action of Bitcoin in the short term, but what about mid-long term during the rest of 2023 and even the beginning of 2024? Now, we're going to take a look at this chart over here. In the orange, we have the price action of Bitcoin, and here with the candlesticks, we have the DXY. We know that when the DXY pumps, we know that Bitcoin does usually correct after that. And if the DXY drops, then Bitcoin has a massive recovery. We're going to do some comparisons here with the DXY and Bitcoin because at this moment, it does look like that the DXY is forming a huge double bottom scenario, just very similar to the one that we created back here in 2020 and 2021, as you can see on the chart. So what if the DXY is going to start recovering aggressively in the coming months, guys? This is something that we need to pay attention. We'll be doing some short-term analysis on the DXY and also take a look on what happened with the Bitcoin drop yesterday. We had a massive recovery, having the daily candle closing above the last higher low from this entire consolidation that we've had since March. So is this short-term bullish, or is this just a small little short squeeze and we are going to roll down by Monday? Well, this is what we are going to discuss in today's episode, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Hello there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. Let's dive in here straight into this chart where we do have the Bitcoin price here in orange, and also we have the DXY here with the candlesticks. Now, always when the DXY has bottomed, the Bitcoin price has topped for the last few years. Every time the DXY has topped, the Bitcoin price has bottomed. And we're going to take a look at a few examples here from the last few years, going and starting here from 2018. As you can see here in 2018, we had the DXY at the very beginning, in January of 2018, where we saw the DXY having a consolidation and a bottom formation. Now, this is when the Bitcoin price peaked in very late 2017, early 2018, where it was peaking just under $20,000. So as you can see right over here with the timing, we can see the Bitcoin price topping as the DXY was bottoming out. Of course, the DXY got into a massive recovery, and this had the extension of the bear market during 2019 and 2020. Now, in 2020 in March, as we can see, the DXY had a massive spike peaking out right over here. This was exactly when the Bitcoin price bottomed, when we had the C19 crash back in 2020. So DXY peaking out, and then getting a big major correction during the next few months. And then we saw the Bitcoin price bottoming out and having a huge, massive rally during the rest of 2020 and 2021. So if we do zoom in here in 2021, we can see the DXY found a really nice bottom, as you can see here on the chart. So what happened right over here was that the DXY bottomed out in between February and May of 2021. And this is when the Bitcoin price started peaking out in between March and April of 2021. So what happened here is we saw the DXY starting a massive recovery from May of 2021. This is when we did see the Bitcoin price get that huge, massive 50% correction, as you can see here on the chart. Now, this, of course, was the start of the bear market, even though we did have that rally to the all-time high again. Now, of course, this was a massive double top scenario, so this was actually still bearish. This was already the start of the bear market, back in April of 2021. So we can see here the massive rally that we've had in between 2021, 2022 here, as you can see on the DXY. And of course, Bitcoin in the orange having this massive bear market during 2022. Now, what is happening here is we have seen the DXY get a bit of a bottom scenario. As you can see here, it started correcting here from October of 2022, we can see right over here on the Bitcoin price, this is when the Bitcoin price started recovering aggressively from the $15,000, $16,000 range in December, as you can see, going all the way up to $31,000 just a few weeks ago. So that is when the rally started, when we were peaking out with the DXY, the dollar index, back in October, November of 2022. When it started correcting aggressively, this is when the price of Bitcoin started to rally. So what is happening right now with the DXY is that it's not managing to break the lows that was created in January, forming a double bottom scenario, and just on Friday, yesterday, it had a pretty nice move to the upside. So we can see right over here, hey, it is possible just by looking at the charts, okay? Never mind fundamentals, okay? Fundamentals, that it looks like that the US, the Federal Reserve, are going to do whatever it takes to get strength back to the dollar index, and this is how it is. So fundamentals does look like that there could be some bullishness also for the dollar, even though, yes, long term, the dollar is going to zero and it's very weak and inflation, but we're taking a look at the short term, mid-term, and the next coming months to see what happens, okay? So looking at the DXY, guys, just to keep it simple, it is forming a double bottom. We also formed a double bottom here back in January and May of 2021. Right over here, formed a double bottom. This is when the price of Bitcoin peaked. So we've had a beautiful rally for the last few months with Bitcoin, as you can see here on the chart. What if this double bottom starts having a very aggressive recovery in the coming months for the dollar index? I know you might think, no, that is impossible. The dollar, there's massive inflation. This won't, there's no way it's going to go down in the coming months. Guys, just by looking at the chart, I can already say that this double bottom on the dollar index looks pretty bullish. We know they are very aggressive with interest rates and they're trying to make the dollar strong again. So what if the dollar index is going to start to rally aggressively in the coming months? If always, when the dollar index has had a rally, the price of Bitcoin has always had a correction, okay? No matter where you look for the last few years, every time the dollar index got into a rally, the price of Bitcoin had a massive bear market. So what if we are going to rally with the dollar index in the next coming months? I can already tell you the highest probability scenario is that we are going to see Bitcoin have massive bearishness. Now, I can only give you these predictions for the next coming months. Everything can change, of course, if the dollar index does lose the lows here from this double bottom in the coming weeks. Then, of course, this will be bullish for Bitcoin, and I will be wrong, and I'll be saying, hey, this prediction that we were talking about, the DXY double bottoming out, I was wrong. And by the looks of things, it is bullish and we're going to see higher levels. Remember, for all of those crypto traders, Bybit, my #1 crypto trading platform. $30,000 can be claimed depending on what you deposit, okay, at the rewards hub. But there is some good bonuses also for the small fish. If you do KYC and you deposit $100, you can claim $40 at the rewards hub, guys. So deposit $100 and you're going to have $40 on top of that for your trading just by depositing $100 by doing KYC. Absolutely, guys. This is funds for your trading. Also, those people that already had an account and haven't done KYC, once you complete KYC and you at least have $50 on your funding account, you'll be getting $20 at the rewards hub. So let's just focus here quickly on the DXY, because I was talking about this also for the last few weeks, the possibility of creating a bump and run scenario where you do have lower highs from a consolidation, okay, from a rally, for example. Then you get a big major correction and you consolidate, forming a double bottom, triple bottom, or just going sideways here for, quite some time. Now, this, of course, is a bullish consolidation, especially when you do see a double bottom scenario like this. If the dollar index does manage to break this 105 level in the next coming weeks, and even though the recovery all the way up there is already going to be bearish for Bitcoin, because it's always been like that, guys. It's not because I'm trying to be right here, or I'm trying to give this massive prediction and this is the only way it's going to happen. No, if the DXY does pump, of course, Bitcoin after that will follow with a major correction. So if we start breaking this lower high resistance trend line and the last lower high here, looking at the macro on the daily, this is going to be very, very bullish for the DXY, and Bitcoin will suffer because of this potential price action. Now, of course, everybody wants to try and predict the peak of some asset or some chart, and everybody wants to predict the exact bottom. Well, by the looks of things on the DXY, guys, this is something that we need to pay attention. This does clearly look like a huge double bottom, and a potential recovery on the DXY is very, very possible. Now, jumping on the price of Bitcoin here on the daily chart, guys, what we can see yesterday is that we had a massive move to the downside, but a huge recovery, kind of a short squeeze and a big recovery. Now, this was the last low that we needed to lose for the price to actually go down to $25,000 and even lower. Short term, we saw the bulls stepping in. We had the daily candle closing above the last higher low from this entire range. So this is short term bullish. We like it or not. This is short term bullish. I'm midterm bearish still on the price of Bitcoin. And I do think that $25,000 and even $24,000 will be easily achieved in the next coming days, potentially, or couple of weeks. So for the moment, we closed this daily candle above the last higher low, giving us that massive wick here, that failed breakout, that swing failure pattern of this low on the daily, if you wish, giving us that price recovery. So when we go in on the lower time frames, yes, I was extremely bearish. I am still bearish mid-term. On the lower time frames, yeah, we had this massive recovery. But as traders, we need to take decisions. We need to have very good risk management, and we need to take profits and have very good stop losses. Now, yesterday on the Legends trading community on Discord, we did talk about this short-term prediction, okay, yesterday morning, as we were trading at 26,300. If we were to get that recovery to $26,500 range, we could be looking for shorting opportunities to come back down and test the lows and even go to lower levels. This is exactly what we talked about on yesterday's morning update on the possible scenarios for Bitcoin. And if we do zoom in on the lower time frames, well, what we did have here on the price of Bitcoin, as we were trading at the $26,200 range, we got that recovery to the $26,500 level, where we were talking about the resistance that was there at that range also here because of this price action and because of the volume. Volume was indicating that these lows over here with high volume after this massive breakout with also high volume, it was likely to get rejected, and we were going to go here to the downside to test the lows and even go to lower prices. So as traders, we predict, we analyze the situation, we have good risk management, we get in, we get out into trades. No matter if we do have a bearish prediction of we're going to go to $25,000, $24,000, well, we take our trades, we do take profits, we do protect our positions. Now, I was informing this, of course, on the money shots on the Discord, as you can see right over here, entering into that short position at the $26,500 range and exiting here at $25,900, taking some profits, and the rest of the position getting stopped out after that massive recovery at break even, as you can see here on this picture. So we're very much aware as traders, hey, we need to get in, we need to take profits, we need to protect position, because if you don't protect position on this recovery, you could be exposed for a massive loss if the price of Bitcoin does continue to the upside. Are you going to hold that short position? Well, absolutely not, guys. We are traders. We react. We take action. We protect position. We take profits, right? And this is very much, okay, mentioned on the Legends trading community here in Discord, okay, where I do post daily updates mainly on Bitcoin, on the possible scenarios that could happen. Feel free to join, guys. You got that link down below in the description. Pure educational Discord where we're talking about many scenarios, all right, for the price of Bitcoin. Now, short time frame, guys, absolutely. What is the most important resistance that the price of Bitcoin has at this moment? I can already tell you that this price action is only short-term bullish, okay? Why? Well, because we have had this downtrend for the last couple of days, creating lower highs and lower lows, as you can see on the price action. What happened late last night and early this morning? We had a higher high creation right over here. So the probabilities in actually creating a higher low or consolidating and going to slightly higher levels is very possible, guys. We need to react to what is happening. Of course, we had a sign of strength yesterday. So if we have that sign of strength, we need to have a shift on what is happening, okay, with the price action. Yes, yesterday I was talking about $24,000. I still believe so, guys, but this doesn't happen. This doesn't mean it needs to happen overnight. We've had a little bit of a sign of strength. Okay, we could see higher levels. What is most importantly, where is going to be my next trading scenario for a potential short? Well, I am looking for long positions here. Okay, like I said to the Legends community, in the immediate short term for scalps, for day trades, longs, potentially looking for higher. Okay, but overall, what is my next swing short position? Well, if we go back here to the 4-hourly time frame and zoom out and analyze the situation from this head and shoulder scenario, still looks bearish, guys, even though we didn't capitulate all the way down to 25K and $24,000. With yesterday's drop, we saw a very strong sign of strength with a massive wick closing the daily candle above the last higher low from this entire consolidation. That's a small sign of strength. So we need to go with the small little local trend that we've created in between yesterday and today, which is slightly bullish. What is the strongest resistance level where we could see a reaction and a potential shorting opportunity could be round the corner? Well, that is $27,200. If we do take a look at the fixed volume profile from this entire range, that is the most important level for me at this moment. I do see the possibility and going to 27.1, 27.2K levels, maybe in the next coming hours. That is the value area low from this entire trading range. We also saw a huge, massive support mid-April, as you can see on the chart. This level was absolutely huge support, and this is also with the value area low from this entire trading range. So there is a possibility that that range is very likely going to get a reaction, a double top. We'll be informing this, of course, in the Legends trading community. Are we right? Are we good to take a decision here for a short or not? Where is my stop loss? How am I applying my risk management? Is it worth to get into those trades? Well, obviously, we are taking a look at all of these scenarios, guys, because anything can change in a matter of seconds with a sign of strength for the Bitcoin price, as you can see here with yesterday's massive wick and recovery. So everything can change in a matter of seconds. Nothing else to be said here, guys. My next big major level where I do see a potential resistance is the $27,200. Now you might think, what happens if we do not get a reaction at that range? What happens if we do not get resistance or a double top or a sign of weakness? And we do get above that level with huge amount of volume. We are entering back inside of this trading zone, and we potentially going to switch bullish because we are seeing the sign of strength here and the bears not managing to push the price down here beneath the 26,500 low from this range successfully. So we're potentially going to see a sign of strength. Till that happens, of course, I will not switch bullish, guys. It's only a scenario. That is when I potentially will be switching bullish and looking for some day trade and swing trade long positions. However, the price action is still bearish mid-term. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.